Hi friends, welcome back. In the lecture, we have seen how to find particular integral when right hand side is of the form type number 1 e raised to ax or e raised to minus ax. Type number 2 when right hand side is of the form sin x or cos ax. In type number 3, we have seen how to find particular integral when right hand side is of the form x is equal to x raised to m is a positive integer, or you may say any polynomial. In type number 4, we have seen particular integral when right hand side is of the form e raised to ax into phi. Phi is a function of x only. In type number 5, we have seen how to find a particular integral when right hand side is of the form x into phi, where phi is a function of x only. Okay, these are the types for finding a particular integral of a linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Now, there are some problems whose right hand side does not belong partially or completely to any one of the above 5 types. That time we have to solve such a linear differential equation by using methods we will give in this lecture. Okay, for that lecture, for that method, we require three important formulas. Okay, mainly two formulas which are very important. You must remember these two formula in order to solve next example, which right hand side does not belongs to partially or completely to any one of the above steps. See formula first. 1 upon dx is equal to integration x dx. Means 1 upon d means first time integration of this function. Okay, 1 upon d square means what? Second time integration of this term. 1 upon d cube nothing but third time integration of this term. Okay, this is the formula as we have seen in the solving examples. Okay, I am just writing here that formula. See formula number 2, 1 upon d minus a of x. Okay, whenever this term occur, instead of this term we have to write what? E raised to ax integration e raised to minus ax x dx. See here, this function capital X here. Okay, whenever here is a negative sign and a linear factor d minus a, that time we have to take e raised to x outside the integration. We have to take inside integration which term? E raised to minus ax, and this term as it is x dx. This is the formula of 1 upon d minus x is equal to e raised to ax integration e raised to minus ax x dx. Okay, this is the formula derived from first order linear differential equation, where we are finding integrating factor and so on. By using that method, we have found this formula 1 upon d minus x is equal to e raised to ax integration e raised to minus ax x dx. Same formula like this, 1 upon d plus a capital X. See here, whenever here negative sign, that time here positive sign. So whenever here plus sign and linear factor, that time we have to take here negative sign. But rest term as it is. Okay, so this formula becomes 1 upon d plus a x is equal to e raised to minus ax integration e raised to ax capital X dx. Okay, these two formulas are very important. Okay, in particular, if we take suppose in the second formula a is equal to 5, so this formula becomes, what is this formula? 1 upon d minus 3. Suppose we are taking here a is equal to 3. 1 upon d minus 3x is equal to e raised to a means what? 3. E raised to 3x integration e raised to minus 3x capital X dx. Because here we have taken a as a 3. Suppose a is equal to 3 and x is equal to sin x. What is the formula? A is what? 3 and capital X nothing but sin x. How we will get? E raised to 3x integration e raised to minus 3x into, we have taken x as a sin x dx. Okay, so 1 upon d minus 3 sin x nothing but e raised to 3x integration e raised to minus 3x capital X dx. Okay, now we will solve example based on this type. See example number 1. Okay, this is the example 1. Solve d square plus a square y is equal to sec ax. See, right hand side of this linear differential equation with constant coefficient is what? Sec ax. We have seen type 5. One more thing is that in type number 1, right hand side is of the form sin ax or cos ax. In type number 1, right hand side is of the form e raised to x or e raised to minus ax. In type number 2, right hand side is of the form sin x or cos x. In third type, right hand side is a polynomial. Type number 4, right hand side is of the form x into v, where it is e raised to x into v is a function of x only. And in type number 5, right hand side is of the form x into v is a function of x only. In type 1 to 5 types, there is no right hand side of each of the forms sec ax. So this problem belongs to the this type. Getting me? Right hand side does not belongs to, completely does not belongs to the previous types. So we have to solve this problem by using these formulas. We have listed here these two formulas. Okay, by using these two formula, we have to solve this linear differential equation. One more thing is that in all types, complement function are the same. Okay, same way we have to find complement function. These are the methods for different for finding particular integral. For finding complementary function, all the process are the same. There is no difference between particular integral in a complementary function. Okay, same line we have to find the same procedure here for finding complementary function. Okay, so first we will find, as you know, solution of this linear differential equation is given by complementary function plus particular integral. So let us find first its complementary function. For that, we have to find first auxiliary equation. What is the auxiliary equation? Auxiliary equation is f of d is equal to 0. F of d is what? D square plus a square is equal to 0. So take this a square on right hand side. What do we get? D square is equal to minus a square. Here d square, we have to find square root of this quantity. It is not possible to find a square root of negative quantity. So instead of minus 1, we are taking I square. So this right hand side can be written as a square into I square. So d square is equal to a square into I square. We get plus minus ai. These are the complex conjugate roots. If we compare this root with alpha plus minus I beta, alpha is absent, so alpha is 0 and beta is equal to a. So corresponding to complex conjugate root, its complementary function is c1 cos x. Already here e raised to alpha x, c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x, but alpha is what? Real part is 0, so alpha is 0. E raised to 0x, c1 cos ax plus c2 sin ax, because here beta is nothing but a. This is the complementary function for this linear differential equation. Now next part is what? We have to find particular integral. Particular integral, by definition of particular integral, is equal to 1 upon f of d into x. What is f of d? This is the f of d, d square plus a square into x. What is x? It's nothing but right hand side of that given linear differential equation is what? Sec x. Okay, so here is a quadratic equation. See, in order to use this formula 2 and formula 3, it is necessary that a denominator must be linear factor of the form d minus a or d plus a. Okay, whenever right hand side is of the form d minus a, that time we have to use this formula. Whenever right hand side is of the form d plus a, we have to use this formula. So in order to use this formula, it is necessary the denominator has a linear factor. That's why this denominator d square plus a square can be written as, okay, can be written as d plus ai d minus ai, using this because plus minus ai are the roots of this uh, quadratic equation. So d square plus a square can be written as plus ai d minus ai into this sec ax. Now see in formula, here is what d minus a d plus a, these are the separate things. That's why here we have to use partial fraction. Okay, 1 upon d plus ai d minus ai, both the factors are linear, but they occur in a product. We require only one factor, that may be d plus ai or d minus ai. That's why we have to use here partial fraction. We get this by using partial fraction. 1 upon d plus ai d minus ai can be written as like this: 1 upon 2 ai 1 upon d minus ai minus 1 upon d plus ai sec ax. Okay, this is obtained by using partial fraction. Getting me? As we you know how to factorize by method of partial fraction. Okay, now this step obtained by using method of partial fraction. Now multiplied sec ax inside the bracket. What do we get? This 1 upon 2 ai constant as it is into bracket 1 upon d minus ai sec ax minus 1 upon d plus ai sec ax. Okay, here we have just multiplied this term inside the bracket. Now here is what 1 upon d minus a, here is what 1 upon d plus a. So see these two formula, 1 upon d minus a, 1 upon d plus a. We have to use these two formulas separately. So first, for the this is the first term and this is the second term. In first term we have to use this formula. Getting me? Because denominator is a linear factor of the form d minus a. See here, 1 upon d minus x is nothing but e raised to ax integration e raised to minus ax capital X dx. So if we compare this formula with this example, we get a nothing but what? ai. Here also same, 1 upon d plus ax, this ai nothing but what? A. Okay, so using this formula, the first term can be written as pi is equal to 1 upon 2 ai constant as it is into bracket, put here a nothing but what? Ai e raised to aix integration e raised to minus aix sec ax dx. This is related to the first term by using this formula. Similarly, this can be written as by using this formula we get e raised to minus aix integration e raised to aix sec ax dx. Now simplify this. Okay, we have to integrate this, we have to integrate this. For that we have to solve this. What do we get? 1 upon 2 ai into bracket e raised to aix integration, this e raised to minus aix can be written as cos ax minus I sin ax, and this e raised to minus here e raised to, see here, e raised to minus aix can be written as cos ax minus I sin ax, but here is what? E raised to aix. So using this result, e plus aix can be written as cos ax plus I sin ax. Okay, by using this formula, what do we get? 1 upon 2 ai e raised to aix integration, instead of e raised to minus aix we will write cos ax minus I sin ax into sec ax dx, minus e raised to minus aix integration, this e raised to ax can be written as cos ax plus I sin ax into sec ax dx. Now multiply sec ax inside the bracket. What do we get? 1 upon 2 ai integration e raised to aix integration cos ax into sec ax. We get 1. Getting me? Cos ax into sec ax into what? Cos ax into 1 upon cos ax. 1 minus, here is I as it is, sin ax into sec ax means sin ax into 1 upon cos ax. We get tan ax into dx minus e raised to aix integration, same here, cos ax into sec ax, we get 1 plus sin, here is plus sin ax into sec ax, we get tan ax dx. Now do integration. Here also do integration. What do we get? 1 upon 2 ai e raised to aix. Okay, integration of now multiply dx inside the bracket. 1 into dx, and integration of dx is x, minus integration of I tan ax dx. I is constant, and integration of tan ax log of sec ax upon a. Similarly here, e raised to minus aix 1 dx, integration of dx is x, plus integration of I tan ax. I is constant, integration of tan ax is a log sec x upon a. Now same, here 1 upon 2 ai e raised to aix can be written as cos ax plus I sin ax, and this term as it is, minus e raised to aix can be written as cos ax minus I sin ax into bracket this term x plus I by a log of sec ax. So solving this bracket, we will get 2ix sin ax minus 2I cos ax log of sec ax. After multiplying this to bracket, doing multiplication addition, we finally arrived at 1 upon 2ai into bracket 2ix sin ax minus 2ia cos ax log of sec ax. Okay, now multiply 2ax inside the bracket, we get x upon a sin ax minus 1 upon a square cos ax log of sec ax is equal to x upon a sin ax plus 1 upon a square cos ax log of cos ax. Okay, this is the particular integral for the given problem. So corresponding complete solution is complementary function plus particular integral. So y is equal to c1 cos x plus c2 sin x plus this is the particular integral x upon a sin x plus 1 upon a square cos x log of cos x. c1 c2 are the arbitrary constant. Okay, this type of the problem belongs to the type number in the last. So this is the previous type. Okay, getting me? It's all about right hand side does not belongs to completely or partially to the any one of the above items. Okay, thank you.